Welcome, and thank you for joining us for another one of Mike and Billy's Whiskey Reviews. This is Billy.
That's Mike.
And today we bring you the Oban 14-year-old.
I'm curious how to pronounce that. Is it Oban or Oban? Or...
I originally thought it was Oban. The way I read it, I thought Oban.
Yeah.
And then I saw a whiskey review. I don't know if it was, I think it was one of the Ralphie whiskey reviews, and he called it.
I love Ralphie.
I know.
You guys don't know who Ralphie is. Listen, it's like
if they're watching our shit, they know who Ralphie is.
Yeah, they probably know.
Anyway,
Ralphie, we love you.
He pronounced it Oban.
Oban, and he's from that sort of country.
He's Scottish, so we should definitely go with his. So what we'll tell you about the Oban 14-year-old is, well, one, it's aged 14 years. And it's from the Western Highlands. I also believe they call this area Cabletown or Campbelltown. Again, I'm not exactly sure what the pronunciation is there. But right? Oban is a very well-known Scotch. Is actually one of the 6 classic malts of Scotland. So the 6 whiskey distilling areas, they picked one to essentially be the hallmark of that particular area. They are in the Lowlands, Glenkinchie, in the Highlands, Darwinnie, in the Speyside, Cragmore, in Skye, which is an island, Talisker, the Isle of Islay, Lagavulin, and
our favorite.
Yes, and for the Western Highlands or Cabletown, this Oban 14-year-old. 14 years old isn't one you see very often, Billy, as far as an age.
Yeah, it's an awkward number.
You get 12s and 15s and things like that, but not often the 14-year-old. I've had
this. You think they're just doing that gimmicky, like?
I don't know. This distillery has been open since 1794. At least that's when they got their license. But I know they've been making this particular whiskey for a long time. It's probably just the recipe.
Is this their flagship?
This is their most well-known Scotch. Now they do a Little Bay, which we have actually, and we're going to bring that to you next week.
I'm excited. I've never had that one. I have had this before.
Oh, have you?
I've never had the Little Bay.
Oh, yeah, I'm right there with you. So I've had this one before, but not the Little Bay. So let's see, what else do I want to say about it? It's 43% ABV. It's supposed to be a little bit smoky, but also...
There's a touch of smoke there.
Let's find out. Let's find out for ourselves.
I get some citrus. I don't know if it's grapefruit or orange. Oh, that is just lovely.
I do get some type of a citrus note. In my mind, I almost thought lemons first, but I don't think that's right. Maybe a lime.
It's sweeter than lemon.
You ever have the rum, like when you're in a bar, Bacardi with like some 7-Up? There's almost like a zesty...
Bacardi?
A zesty lime to it.
But there is just a hint of smokiness. That is wonderful.
It's light smoke.
Now, by the way, I have had this before. Like I just told Mike, I have had this before, but I haven't had this for years. So this is really like a little throwback to old BH's.
What's the color you think on this bad boy? It's gold, light gold.
Oh, it's definitely gold. It's maybe like a 14 karat.
It's a Diageo malt, so I'm guessing it's somewhat artificial color. It kind of get that orangey glow to it. So it probably does have some caramel coloring into it, and probably chill filtered. I would get like a menthol note to it. Like a cooling, almost, remember that Kalila 12 we had? It was like a cooling smell to it. It's not as strong, but there's like a hint of that in here.
Dry and wet.
It gets a little more medicinal on the palate.
But I don't hate that. Because Lagavulin has a little bit of that going on.
Yeah, it's got a slight peatiness to it. I get more of that, when I first had it, I get more of that, I keep on saying menthol, but I don't think that's right. Maybe it's like more like a tobacco note to it.
Yeah.
Fresh tobacco.
I tell you, you know what this is?
Give it to me.
This is John Wayne. This is a John Wayne whiskey right here.
In a bottle?
Buddy. This is not for the faint of heart.
Yeah, it's got.
I love this.
It's got. I mean, you know what it is. When you first take it, it's got a little bit of zest to it, and then it's smooth going down. But then right away, the aftertaste is smoke.
I love this. Like, I really enjoyed that. That was wonderful. I'm sad I had to spit that out. Like,
you know what?
That was great.
Let me let me put a little bit more. Let's put some water into it. See if it opens up at all. Because at first I said menthol like Kalila, because I think Kalila has like a cooling menthol kind of scent to it, but this isn't real scientific.
Pretty scientific.
Just pour it.
Rave, I love your shirt. I wish it was on camera. Pretty awesome. Your hair, not so much.
At least I don't have the bald spots, so.
Do you though?
Obviously not.
Oh, that does. It gets a little more citrusy.
It opens. You know what? It was a little bit closed off. You know, anytime you open up a new bottle, it's
brand new.
Yeah, it's a little bit closed off. I think it's just getting it to where I remember it. Like once the bottle's been open a time or two. But it's a nice whiskey. I mean, there's a reason why this has been a staple of the Western Highlands for so long. It's a beautiful whiskey. There's some type of fruit in there that.
I'm still getting orange.
Maybe it's an orange. I think I was wrong with the lemon. I think it's zesty orange. Zesty orange with a little bit of fresh tobacco, like unburnt. Like I'm not a smoker,
right?
But like the smell
like your
of tobacco,
pipe tobacco,
right? Like before it's smoked.
Yep.
Like not ashy. It's just like fresh tobacco. I don't know how else to say it. Let's take another sip of this.
Let's do it.
Again, I get a tobacco note. Almost a buttery aftertaste, like once it goes down. It's like a little bit of orange, like in the back, and a little bit of chocolate, like buttery, chocolatey orange.
I'm getting your buttery, but I'm getting like a caramel.
Yeah, I get a little bit of that caramel too, I would say. It's delicate. I mean, there are some flavors, and I feel like every time I try to focus on one particular, not a smell, but a flavor, like on my tongue, it's gone.
Yeah.
The first time I was like, I think I taste this and this, and the second time I tasted 3 different things. But as soon as I focused on that, but it's that dryness. It's just gone. Yeah.
I get a little bit of a clovey sort of situation.
Yeah, I can.
Like I think of Grandma's hot toddies, where she would take the slice of orange and stick actual cloves in there, and stick it in the hot whiskey and the water, and feed it to us when we were sick. I get a good grandma clove situation, right?
You know what I got? I got go to bed. Got to go to bed and stop keeping your mom up. She's worked hard all day.
You're dumb.
Yeah, that's what I got.
It's really nice. The finish is really good. It just stays with you, but it mellows out as it goes on. You know what I mean?
It's one of those. It's medium long, but it just dissipates and it steps down the whole way. Almost like it's saying bye. It's almost like a guest at Thanksgiving. Like, hey man, I'll see you later. And he goes to the door like, hey, this, and the one more hug, and let my kid do this. Hey, do you mind if Billy goes to the bathroom real quick? It's the guy that takes forever to get out of your house.
Yes.
But in a good way.
I recommend it. Now, here's the problem. I bought this weeks ago.
How much was this bottle?
I've had some problems in America and everywhere else. I don't remember how much this was.
I think it's around $100. If I remember right, like high 80s, like $80, $90 roughly in Q1 of, randomly giving to people, Q1 of 2017. Yeah. It's not a cheap bottle, especially for 14 years old. It's up there for a 14-year-old whiskey. It's not inexpensive by any means. But again, staple of the Western Highlands of Cabletown, one of the classic malts of Scotland, a very, very good whiskey. Anything else you want to say about this one?
Highly recommendo. Highly recommendo.
If you ever had an Oban, it's definitely something that you want to try. You know, kind of reminds me of the coastal island whiskeys. Not quite as strong as say like a Talisker 10.
Yeah.
But it's a softer version of Talisker without so much of the sea salt and medicinal maritime feel to it. Yeah. I guess that's how I kind of liken it too.
It's fun for me too because, I mean, you saw how long ago we just did that. It's fun for me too because I still have like a little bit of tingly going on around the mouth.
It's spicy. Yeah, it's spicier than I remember. Yeah. And I think part of that spice maybe makes me think like the tobacco. Like I get a little smell of tobacco and then the sharp, not sharpness of alcohol, but sharpness of spice.
Leathery.
Yeah, it's a good whiskey. I tell you what, I'm giving this whiskey an 89 out of 100. Very good whiskey.
I'm right there with you. Maybe a 90.
Lagavulin 90. I think it's just a step behind Lagavulin.
It's right. It's apples and oranges at this point. Like I don't know. I'm the worst at scoring. You guys know I'm the worst at scoring. He's way better at this shit than me. I love everything usually. Well, not that. Remember, there was a couple that I almost threw up on that one.
Yeah.
But I love this. I love this whiskey. I don't know how to score it. I love it.
I think 89 is a fair score.
I do too.
Because there are a lot of good whiskeys out here. And this is a really good whiskey.
I mean, I don't think it's 100. I want to do the 100 review.
We're getting there. I mean, some function numbers, it's got to come.
America, Scotland, Ireland, England, everywhere else in the fucking world, we love you.
Wherever you're at.
Take a second. Just like it.
Click.
Take a second. Make a comment. Take a second.
The one thing I say.
Share it. You know what I mean?
And subscribe.
Obviously, we need subs. We need subs.
So you need subs, and keep the comments coming. We like them all. I read every single one of your comments, and we do appreciate them. Anyway, we're hoping you have a good day wherever you're at. We want to thank you for joining us for another one of Mike and Billy's whiskey reviews. And
Let me say.
As always,
Drink reasonably.
happy drinking.
Happy drinking. Happy drinking.
Bang. Thank you.
Awesome.